Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member owned, member focused.
Police search for two in Plymouth ATM failed robbery. Economist says state budget has no provisions for growth, and Speyside receives international award for protecting Little Tobago Island. Good evening, Tobago. I am Zoba Samuel. Thank you for tuning into the Channel 5 News for Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. To our top story. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, TTPS, is investigating a brazen attempted robbery at a First Citizens Bank ATM on Plymouth Main Road in the early hours of June 24th. According to police reports, the suspect stole a backhoe using it in an attempt to break into the ATM vault. The machinery was reportedly taken after two masked men accosted three estate constables on duty at the YMCA and Beach Sports Facility in Courland, where they were instructed to hand over the keys to the yellow Caterpillar backhoe and the white Mazda truck. Investigators say the men then proceeded to Plymouth, where they used the backhoe to crash into the ATM and attempt to pull the vault out of the building. However, the attempt failed after the backhoe sustained damage during the break-in. The suspects allegedly fled the scene in a stolen truck, which was later found abandoned at the Adventure Trace. The damaged backhoe was also left behind at the location. Video footage from the attempted heist purportedly shows three individuals attempting to load the dislodged ATM on a truck, with one suspect allegedly dressed in a Batman costume. The effort was also unsuccessful. Officers attached to the Shervin Road Police Station, the Criminal Investigations Department, and the Task Force Area North are continuing investigations into the incident, which is being treated as malicious damage and motor vehicle larceny. Two suspects are currently being sought. Police are asking members of the public with information to reach out and contact the Shervin Road Police Station at 639-8888 or 639-1200. Officers of the Criminal Investigations Department and the Task Force Area North are investigating. Head of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, says the attempt by the criminals to use the stolen backhoe to steal an entire ATM in Plymouth is an indication of a wider crime problem on the island. It is a problem Tobagonians are ignoring, and it is affecting the quality of life and the tourism sector, says George.
In your economy on tourism, then you have to emphasize safety and security as one of your selling points. And the fact that all of this is being done while the entire nation is under an SOE is clearly an indictment as to the supposed effectiveness of the SOE measures.
The business chamber head says Tobago can become a safe place, but the society must first admit that the island has changed. The chamber calls on citizens to use Crime Stoppers hotline to report crimes. George called for the THA to reveal their plans for crime reduction and for the authorities to increase patrols in districts, create greater opportunities for young people to address challenges. Tobago is in its own state of emergency, he said, adding that the situation is related to the bread and butter issue that must be addressed by the leadership. He added that rising crime is causing international agencies to flag Trinidad and Tobago as unsafe, unstable, and ungovernable during normal times.
There are many minor incidents of theft, robbery, violence which occur in Tobago, and the reality is that it keeps getting ignored because we want to keep thinking and burying our heads in the sand to assume that Tobago remains a safe place.
The lawyer says Tobago can become a safe place, but the society must first admit that the island has changed. The chamber calls on citizens to use the Crime Stopper hotline to report crimes. George called for the THA to reveal their plans for crime reduction and for the authorities to increase patrols in districts to create greater opportunities for young people and to address challenges. Tobago is in its own state of emergency, he said, adding that the situation is related to the bread and butter issues that must be addressed by leadership. The Tobago House of Assembly is seeking approximately $136 million to fund 3 newly created divisions established following the January 2026 THA elections, which returned to the Tobago People's Party administration to office with commanding mandate. The allocation was revealed by Secretary of Finance, Trade and the Economy Petalan Roberts during the presentation of the 2027 budget estimates in the Assembly on June 22nd.
All of the foregoing was strategically established by this administration in preparation for a move towards full results-based governance in fiscal 2027 and beyond. Our deployment of results-based governance means that the entire THA will be working intentionally to achieve specific policy outcomes and results based on the targets and indicators of progress and success, rather than merely following the processes and completing tasks.
Among the newly established divisions is the Division of Legal Affairs, headed by Councillor Adana Joseph Wallace, for which $33.18 million has been requested. According to Roberts, the division will focus on advancing constitutional autonomy for Tobago, advising the Executive Council on legal matters, and developing legislation aimed at reflecting the aspiration of Tobagonians. The Division of Strategic Planning and Development, led by Assembly Member Trevor James, has been allocated a proposed $42.46 million. Roberts said the division is tasked with guiding Tobago's long-term development agenda through policy creation and coordinated planning, with an emphasis on building sustainable and livable communities. Receiving the largest proposed allocation of $60.3 million is the Division of Environment, Climate Resilience and Energy, headed by Assemblymember Darren Henry. Its mandate includes safeguarding Tobago's natural resources, strengthening climate change adaptation efforts, and advancing sustainable energy initiatives across the island. The THA has been operating with the 3 new divisions since the January 2026 elections, which saw the TPP-led administration secure overwhelming support to implement its development framework, governance, a pathway to prosperity. The funding request forms part of the Assembly's broader push to expand its administrative capacity as it moves forward with the long-term development agenda for Tobago. And in other news, the Tobago House of Assembly has allocated $431.5 million for major fiscal infrastructure projects as a part of its 2026 to 2027 budget estimates. Among the key projects listed in the Scarborough is the Scarborough Redevelopment Project, along with an accelerated island-wide road improvement and infrastructure upgrades program aimed at improving transportation networks across Tobago. Funding has also been earmarked for the Friendship Estate Development Project, major improvement works on secondary roads, and retaining wall construction along the Roxborough to Bloody Bay Road. The budget also provides for the program for infrastructure upgrades in urban and rural communities, formerly known as Unemployment Relief Program, as well as a Southwest Drainage Project and several community-based development initiatives. The investment forms a part of the Assembly-wider effort to strengthen infrastructure, development and improve public services across the island. More news after the break.
Credit Union.
Today, you can make your goals unfold, go get it. Today, you can live your dream, join the team, let's do this. Today, you can get the help you need to succeed. Run credit union, you can believe that you can achieve it. Today, you can live that dream, pull up to the job and some brand new wheels. Run credit union, yes you can, yes you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome to the speed round of getting money right. Let's begin. Name some of the red flags associated with an investment scam.
Pressure tactics to invest.
Correct.
Promise of money if you bring friends.
Correct.
Request for personal information.
Correct. Bonus question. What is the penalty for operating a pyramid or Ponzi scheme?
$10 million and 10 years in prison.
Correct. Well done. The scores are even, so we go to our tiebreaker question. You receive money in your account from an investment company and they tell you to transfer it to a third account. Does that sound right?
I think about it, and that's not right.
Congratulations, you tinker! Getting Money Right is brought to you by the TTSEC. Visit investigateTT.com to access free learning resources and check the TTSEC for a list of registered individuals and securities. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. You invest, we protect, everyone benefits.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Tommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yes. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome back. Economist Dr. Vanis James is raising concerns over what he describes as a major gap in the Tobago House of Assembly 2026 to 2027 budget estimates, pointing to the absence of clear economic growth targets within the proposed spending plan. Speaking on the issue, Dr. James said the omission suggests a lack of understanding of the country's broader economic challenges, particularly the issue of debt sustainability as Trinidad and Tobago continues to record sluggish economic growth of just 0.24%. He argued that the country requires at least 5.8% real economic growth to effectively manage and contain a net interest cost. James also pointed to figures presented by the THA indicating that Tobago's economy grew by 1.7% in 2025, increasing from 1.62 billion to 1.65 billion. According to the economist, this rate is nearly 7 times faster than the national growth rate recorded since April 2025. He questioned the figures, saying that if the reported data is accurate, then the THA must explain how Tobago managed to achieve such significantly stronger economic performance than the wider national economy. Dr. James further criticized the budget estimates for failing to include provisions for the use of artificial intelligence, which he believes could significantly boost innovation and economic development on the island. He noted that modern genetic AI has transformed the full learning and research process, with autonomous digital systems now capable of conducting high-level research and generating advanced knowledge that could support Tobago's future development strategy. The comments add to growing debate surrounding the THA's proposed budget and its long-term plans for Tobago's economic growth and sustainability. The Tobago House of Assembly, THA, cannot continue to be the only viable economic engine in the Tobago economy, says Chief Secretary Ferdinand Augustine, as he spoke to reporters shortly after the 2027 fiscal package was presented at the plenary sitting on June 22nd. The private sector must become robust and attractive enough so people would desire to work there as a secure alternative to employment in the THA, he added.
Here in Tobago, the THA is the largest spender, the largest builder, the largest owner, the largest everything. And that's not necessarily the most sustainable. I know Tobagonians don't want to hear that, because we would prefer that we all just get a government job and just continue with life as normal. But that is not sustainable.
Augustine says he is not advocating firing and sending people home, but rather a systematic and simultaneous approach to developing a resilient private sector so people can have a choice.
And I believe if Tobagonians have a choice, they will matriculate into a private sector that provides much more benefits to them. So that's where we are.
Augustine says the THA is committed to community tourism, sport tourism, and projects. Those are the areas where entrepreneurs can create opportunities to earn supplemental income and develop business of their own.
All of these are geared towards making Tobagonians much more self-reliant. And yes, our support in areas like Pigeon Point and No Man's Land and so on is not that the THA wants to take over, but we want Tobagonians to have a dignified way to do business and that can compete with the rest of the world. And when we talk about generating prosperity, a part of that is getting Tobagonians to value themselves much more highly than we have. The average Tobagonian deserves more than just a THA work.
The THA must push Tobagonians into the limelight and let them build wealth and prosperity, Augustine added. Former Minority Leader Kelvon Morris has responded to recent comments by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine regarding plans for increased direct flights into Tobago by Caribbean Airlines. Augustine had indicated that expanded airlift from key markets could form part of efforts to strengthen Tobago's tourism sector. Morris said he welcomed any improvement in air connectivity. However, he cautioned that flights alone would not be enough to drive sustainable growth in the sector. He noted that Tobago is blessed with exceptional natural beauty and strong destination appeal, but that alone is not sufficient to sustain a competitive tourism industry without further development of the product. Morris said that Tobago's tourism challenges extend beyond access, pointing instead to deeper structural issues within the sector that must be addressed at the same time. Those include limited accommodation capacity, service delivery standards, and overall visitor experience. Morris added that the shortfall in quality hotel rooms on the island, if not upgraded properties, will cause Tobago not to fully benefit from any increase in visitor arrivals. He also called for greater emphasis on modernizing tourism products through digital transformation, stronger marketing, and improved attractions. He further noted that Tobago must remain competitive with other Caribbean destinations, many of which already have expanded airlifts and sustained investment in tourism infrastructure and product development. The former minority leader said the prospect of additional direct flights is a plus for Tobago. However, increased air access must be matched by strategic planning and coordinated development if Tobago is to achieve a meaningful and long-term growth in its tourism sector. Caribbean Airlines has launched a new digital gift card program aimed at improving customer convenience while strengthening brand engagement. The initiative took effect today. In a statement, the airline said the new program gives customers another payment option while also allowing persons to purchase gift cards that can be used for travel throughout the airline's network. Customers can load between US $50 and US $5,000 onto each card, with redemptions available directly through the airline's website. The digital gift card can be used not only to purchase airline tickets, but also additional services including extra baggage, pre-ordered meals, and preferred seating. Acting Chief Executive Officer Varma Kilawan says the airline continues to look for new ways to improve customer experience and make travel more convenient. He says the new feature provides customers with a practical and flexible option to support travel for themselves or others, whether for family visits, business trips, and special occasions. The airline says customers will also store and manage multiple gift cards and travel vouchers through a digital wallet feature. The announcement comes as Caribbean Airlines continues efforts to improve its financial performance after concerns were raised by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar in June 2025 over mounting losses at the state-owned carrier. The Prime Minister had given the airline 2 years to improve its financial position. Industry experts says airlines worldwide are increasingly adopting digital gift card system to generate additional revenue while moving away from traditional paper-based travel vouchers. Stay with us. More news when we return.
We is one family, Tobago family and friends. A healing concept honoring cultural icon Oscar B will be held on Sunday, 28th June, Shaw Park Cultural Complex. Doors open from 4 p.m., showtime 5 p.m., featuring gospel performances, conscious renditions, and Tobago's finest artists, honoring a cultural icon. Tobago Zone, Tobago's pride, Tobago's legend. Sunday 28th, Shaw Park Complex. Doors open from 4 p.m., showtime 5 p.m. Give from the heart or make your donations at the door. You can call 917-807-2119 or 741-6143 or 759-6634. Presented by friends and family of Oscar B Committee in collaboration with Tobago-based partners. All proceeds will go towards Oscar B medical expenses and recovery. Don't miss it. All are is one family. The healing concept for Oscar B, Sunday 28th June, Shaw Park Cultural Complex. Doors open from 4 p.m. Showtime 5 p.m.
Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member-owned, member-focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Welcome back. The village of Speyside has received international recognition for its efforts to protect the biodiversity of Little Tobago. The award was presented on June 23rd under the Food and Agriculture Organization Villages Recognition Program, which highlights rural communities making significant contributions to environmental conservation and sustainable development. According to information shared on Facebook, Speyside was selected after being nominated as a natural village and was recognized for its role in preserving the biodiversity of Little Tobago, an internationally important site known for its bird life, marine ecosystem, and ecological heritage. Chief Secretary Folly Augustine, who represents Speyside, Lansfamy, and Palatuvere, says the recognition is a proud moment for the community and reflects the dedication of residents committed to protecting Tobago's natural resources. Augustine says, quote, "To see Speyside recognized by the FAO is deeply moving. It is a testament to the quiet but fierce dedication of every man, woman, and young person in the community to protect our natural treasures," end quote. Also attending the award presentation was Assemblyman Darren Henry, Secretary of the Division of Environment, Climate, Resilience, and Energy. The recognition places Speyside among communities internationally acknowledged for their commitment to protecting biodiversity and preserving the environment for future generations. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, TTPS Tobago Division, has launched a health and fitness initiative aimed at improving the well-being of officers while strengthening relationships with the wider community for people of all ages and fitness levels. Police say the initiative was introduced in response to the demanding nature of police work, with divisional leaders seeking to promote healthier lifestyles, reduce stress, and build a more resilient and connected police service. The activities offered under the program include group fitness sessions, morning walks, weekend wellness seminars, and friendly sporting events such as football matches and cycling tours. It also includes health education with nutrition workshops, health screenings, and supportive preventative care, and healthier living. They are designed to encourage teamwork among officers while also welcoming participation from residents across Tobago, as community participation is an important part of the initiative, police say. With residents invited to take part alongside officers in all activities, outreach efforts in schools are also helping to promote healthy habits among young people. Local businesses and health professionals have partnered with the TTPS to provide support expertise and resources, and officials say the program is already showing positive results, with officers reporting improved fitness, reduced stress levels, and stronger teamwork. The initiative has also helped improve public perception of the police service by increasing positive non-enforcement interaction with the community, police added. In other news, former Prime Minister Keith Rowley has sparked widespread discussion after sharing a controversial historical political message on social media amid growing public concerns over racial tensions in Trinidad and Tobago. The post featured a 1960 quote from Eric Williams, founder of the People's National Movement, PNM, in which Williams rejected the idea that all Indo-Trinidadians were opposed to the PNM, stating that, quote, "Every Indian is non-anti-PNM, nor is every white," end quote. The statement also included the controversial remark that, quote, "Some of the worst enemies of the PNM are as black as the ace of spades," end quote. Dr. Rowley's decision to share this decades-old statement comes at the time when discussions surrounding race, politics, and national identity have intensified across the country, with growing concerns about political divisions increasingly being framed along with ethnic lines. The post quickly drew attention online, generating mixed reaction from citizens, political commentators, and supporters on both sides of the political divide. Supporters of the former Prime Minister and former PNM political leader argue that the message serves as a reminder that political allegiance in Trinidad and Tobago has never solely been determined by race, and that historical warnings against ethnic division remains relevant today. Critics, however, say the timing of the post is concerning, arguing that revisiting historically charged racial rhetoric could further inflame tensions during an already sensitive period for national unity. The post has once again placed race relations at the forefront of public discussion, highlighting the ongoing challenge TNT faces in separating political identity from ethnic identity. As reactions continue to pour in, the conversation has reignited broader questions about leadership, historical memory, and the role public figures play in shaping conversations around race in increasingly polarized society. Management at the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission has begun removing stray cats from its Scarborough office compound following concerns raised by employees over ongoing sanitary issues at the facility. The action comes after an initial report aired on the Tobago Channel 5 News on Thursday, highlighting complaints from workers about health and sanitation concerns linked to stray animals on the compound. Based on information received from staff, management has since intervened, with employees confirming that 2 cats have already been captured and removed from the area. In the earlier report, workers described daily health concerns, explaining that the animals often sought shelter in underground bunkers during periods of rainfall, forcing employees to regularly clean and sanitize their workspace as the animals sought refuge in the company's vehicles. At the time, management had stated they were only aware of 1 stray cat on the compound and noted that the facility was operating under a monthly pest control program. Employees have since expressed gratitude to the Tobago Channel 5 News for highlighting the issue, saying the coverage helped bring attention to the workplace concern and contributed to a swift response from management. The weather when we return. Welcome back. Tonight, significant Saharan dust concentration. Tonight, mostly fair about hazy with the isolated showers. Persons sensitive to these atmospheric changes should take the necessary precautions. Tomorrow, significant concentration of Saharan dust. Persons are sensitive to these atmospheric changes should take all the necessary precautions. Hazy and breezy, windy with isolated brisk afternoon shower. Warm and hazy night with a light breeze and the odd brisk shower. Winds may gust at times. Seas moderate. Winds east to east southeast 10 to 45 kilometers per hour. And waves in open waters up to 2.5 meters. Occasionally up to, in sheltered areas, 1.5 meter. Occasionally choppy. High tides at 12:12 a.m. and 1:49 p.m. Low tides 7:12 a.m. and 6:49 p.m. Sunrise at 5:42 a.m. and sunset at 6:29 p.m. Tomorrow's temperature should reach a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius and 4 to 26 degrees Celsius. Let's recap our headlines. Police search for 2 men in Plymouth ATM failed robbery. Economists say THA budget has no provisions for growth. And Speyside receives international award for protecting Little Tobago Island. That does it for us tonight at the Channel 5 News Desk. I am Zuba Samuel saying, have a good night and stay safe.